Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order, Last Days of Europe, with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and Empire of Japan. So in the previous episode we have sort of almost fixed our economy, and now we're working on the ensured continued prosperity, which should get us back to, even if only a meager growth. We've also designed a new tank and a new destroyer in the previous episode, and we are right now going to continue with the beautiful trip forward into the future. Now where we're getting really pressed is the military factories, because we have a ton of stuff that we need to upgrade and there just isn't enough factories to go around, so I'm sort of juggling it, focusing on the ones that we need to upgrade while leaving the others sort of, on the sidelines. So, ensured continued prosperity is now finished, and we can get to the return to stability. Our efforts came at a cost, but the worst of the crisis is now behind us. Much chaos has occurred these past few months, and in truth, the situation may not have gone quite as we intended. Our premiership has been quite a journey, with much hardship and woe, but let history show that we have triumphed over them. There is still a long road ahead of us to achieve a full recovery, but with the strength of our people, we will succeed. So we get even dried blood on the dunes. We increase our GDP by 1%, getting 3.24 billion of extra GDP. Our crisis will be reduced, and we will be able to resume the normal focuses, which of course we're not going to do. And opportunities to invest in any state across the Middle East that are aligned with us will be unlocked as soon as all of the conflicts end. This may unlock opportunities to bring in additional nations to our faction. Okay, that's interesting. We'll see what that means. Right now we need one more push in the House of Peers to get slightly above the 55 that is a minimum for us. Then I think I might actually yeah, if we attack them publicly they lose 1%, which at this point is like 2 guys. I really am not interested in that. I'd rather boost my own popularity. Okay, we get more factories here. Okay, just one, but that's fine. Yeah, we're in a positive spin now. 2.43% real GDP growth, and deficit is 1.95. So while the debt increases, so does everything else for us, and thus we are fine. And I'm planning to... Okay, plan a small military parade. That's a good one. I'm thinking the education reform is going to be what we want here. Never too late. Poverty rate will begin to improve. Finally. How's it doing? It was at 29 last time I checked. Still 29, but it's dropping significantly. Primary schooling is doing well. Improving. Research facilities rapidly improving. Agriculture is rapidly improving. That's going to be coming to us in next month, actually. You're going to... Healthcare is slowly improving. Administrative efficiency is improving rapidly. 16.9, okay. So in 3 months or so. Industrial expertise improving rapidly. That's good. It removed the negative it had. Industrial equipment the same, rapidly improving, and military professionals as actually improving as well. So you can get rid of the political interference, which will increase our daily political power gain. That's good. And we have both lost and gained factories here at the same time. So never too late. It was the youngest Okuma's child's turn to get the mail from the post box in the lobby. He used to love running down the stairs, grabbing the letters and getting back home as fast as he could. These days he was far too hungry. Oh god, it's this family. His stomach hurt as he trudged into the lobby, his eyes barely leaving the floor. The child absently searched the mailbox and eventually picked out the single letter found within. The writing at the front mentioned something about the ministry, but the Okuma child was too tired to read it properly. Instead, he headed back up the stairs and placed the letter on the table in the kitchen. The boy's father, whose eyes were red from too little sleep and too much crying, dared not flip the envelope when he first saw it, lest it be revealed as another bill. Okay, Iran fell into the civil war. Eventually, he gained enough courage to dispel those thoughts, which revealed a Ministry of Finance on the front of the letter. Curiosity and a spark of hope caused the father to tear open the envelope without a moment of consideration. To Okuma Taro Ochinatsu, you are receiving this letter due to your employment as a business owner, as well as the difficult situation that you find yourselves in. The government has recently implemented measures aimed at aiding businesses such as yours. Therefore, the Ministry of Finance has examined your financial situation and decided to subsidize your business. You will soon be receiving a check valued at... This feels better than any of the focuses that we've done. As soon as Mr. Okuma saw the amount, he called for his wife and children to read the letter to make sure that he had not made a mistake. The subsidies turned out to be just what the Okumas needed to save the corner shop. They would no longer have to fear bankruptcy and poverty. Even so, they still were forced to make a difficult choice. The business will not survive in the city, no matter how much support it received. As such, the Okumas decided to move back to the country, where they would at least be able to live comfortably. As they left their apartment for the last time, the Okumas hoped that they were not the only ones to have been so lucky. An unexpected blessing. Start of the Iranian Civil War. After the assassination of the Shah, Iran had collapsed into civil war. The late Shah's wife Farah Pahlavi has assumed the role of regent and has rallied loyalists to the old government in the north to prepare a defense against the coalition of revolutionary forces that has emerged to rid of the country of German influence. While currently united in a common goal, the coalition is an uneasy alliance between various disparate groups, and the prospect for unity long-term remains slim. Military intelligence and the foreign ministry have therefore recommended we focus our efforts to providing support and assistance to the Islamic Republic of Iran, suggesting it represents our best chance to gain a strong ally in the region. The Republic's leader, Khomeini, commands strong popular support, and his anti-imperialist rhetoric fits well with our own, with our initial diplomatic advances having proved positive. With his popular support and our supplies and military assistance, we have a golden opportunity to gain a powerful ally in the region. Oh, poor Sarah Pahlavi. We're gonna fight on a different place now. Wait, so what exactly is left of Iran? So Islamic Republic of Iran. I think we have supported Farah Pahlavi in the last playthrough, and this time we're gonna be supporting the Republic of Iran. Interesting. So wait, first of all, this... Yep. And yep, so we have 193 guys now, we have 56%, government stability at 96, and I wanted to take the education reform. It's gonna increase the cost, but helps with everything else, poverty rate, research speed. And it rapidly increases or improves the poverty. Now, the foreign policy, Iran. So we can commit forces to Iran. That means we will send one more unit. The Iranian Civil War. We can encourage religious fervor. Okay, so let's do that. We could send them equipment, unite the imams. And that's about it. So committing forces to Iran sounds like a good idea, because we would want to probably send them more volunteers. That seems like we can't at this point. So maybe if we commit, we will be able to send at least something. The Iranian Civil War. All eyes look at the Middle East as the crumbling nation of Iran falls into chaos. Tensions had been high ever since 1953 when an oil scandal led to the assertion of the pro-German Shah Pahlavi. However, a rapidly growing population brought about instability, culminating with the Shah's assassination. Thus, Iran has fallen into civil war. The royal government, headed by the regent Farah Pahlavi, has fortified the north in a desperate bid to halt the onslaught of Islamists, radicalized students, socialists, and foreign-backed powers seeking to take over the country. This Iranian Revolutionary Alliance, an unstable republican faction united by the goal of ending monarchism, is expected to siege Tehran within this month. Iraq, an already unstable neighbor, has become a springboard for mercenaries and a flow of arms from across the world. Bombings are a regular occurrence, and the ancient nation faces its darkest hours. Okay, not gonna send equipment. Oh, and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics declared one of the Siberian Soviet Socialist Republics. Okay, so the final two behemoths are now going to fight it out. I like how they both have... Damn, it's really both statocratic communism and Bolshevism. They both really are at it. So the Union has way more factories. And Jesus Christ, they got about the double of army. So unfortunately, it's really poised that Union of Soviet Socialist Republics kind of win. Which is kind of interesting because you guys got the Soviet flag. Okay, so let's speed it up. Return to stability. Rightbot on the dunes. A sea change had come and went. Japan adapted during Ikeda's tenure as prime minister, but adaptation is a continuous process. The oil crisis proved this. From Magdan to Koshu, there was economic ruin. From Hanoi to Beijing, there was growing unrest and revolt. But the home isles would continue to adapt. Slowly but surely, the crisis would begin to subside. Slowly but surely, things will return to normal. A solution had emerged after all. Amidst the wars of the Middle East, the imperial government has identified factions they could work with, vulnerabilities they could exploit, and people they could connect with. As Ikeda Masanosuke, Prime Minister of Japan, looked at the results, pages of classified data, graphs, and diplomatic cables greeted him. A deep sigh left him. He had done everything he could. It had to be enough. So, okay, the real GDP growth is now 2.5%, and euro deficit is 1.9, so we are back to growth for good. Now, we have a couple of things that we can do here. The gateway into Europe. We will invest in Italian-aligned Egypt, developing the region of Ain Sokna. It's kind of interesting that Egypt is considered a victory. The Cradle of Civilization. Which one? That's Iraq, and we won in Iraq. But we're not getting anything from it. Oh, wait. I get it. Yeah. Because we would get something from that if we actually, I think, united with... with the Saudis. So it's dependent both on who wins and who you align with. Gotcha. So the gateway to Europe gives us a growth and a little bit of political power. The crown jewel gives us GDP growth and political power. You give us GDP growth and political power and some oil production. Okay, let me start with this one. That gives us 50 political power and GDP growth, and that's what we're after. Saudi Arabia has been blessed by the discovery of vast reserves of oil across its territory, but the kingdom's worth extends far beyond the momentous wealth that flows under its sands. Over the past years, Saudi Arabia has built a subtle but massive network that spans all of Arabia, with deep connections to many of the Islamic groups that rose up during this crisis. That is somewhere the value of an alliance with them comes. Saudi Arabia is the crown jewel of the oil crisis. Whoever controls Saudi Arabia controls the Middle East. I kind of like it. You get various effects based on what's going on and who you supported and who won. So that is, you know, an interesting choice. An interesting way how to go about. Now let me see, can we do those investments they spoke about? No, not yet. Increase military funding. I'm hesitant to do that one. Okay, instead let me see, can I do the commit forces to Iran? Okay, now we can Fortress Com and fund Mashhad Air Base. Let's do both of those. Increase involvement. Ah, yeah, okay, so we need to get these up so that we can start sending units. Wait, that's not Iran. So now we can send volunteers. We can send 2 divisions. So I'm gonna send you guys, and we can send 1 air wing. Okay. So now I can send an air wing. Or do I have some Corsair support? Oh wait, why am I looking at this map? That makes little to no sense. It's a jet fighter, jet interceptor, tactical bomber, jet interceptor. Ah, here we no, that's a carrier. Corsair support carrier fighter. Come on. Strategic bombers. Jet fighter, jet interceptor. Jet fighter, jet fighter. Come on. Okay, I guess I'll have to do it this way. Carrier Corsair support. Strategic bombers, tactical bombers. Damn, we have a lot of air wings. Carrier fighters. Okay, here we go. Where are you located? Oh, you're still in oh god, you're still in India. Gotcha. Okay, so there's no point for you to be in there, and you're gonna fly in here and provide Corsair support, which should give us an idea about what's going on. That's actually, the flags are gonna be super confusing. But considering we have just 1 area we need to push on, it should be fine. I wonder if the Germans are gonna join. CHP victor in Turkey. The 1971 Turkish elections have concluded with the Republican People's Party, or CHP, CHP as they pronounce it in Turkey, emerging victorious and leading the new government's coalition. Following the İsmet İnönü's retirement, the party leadership has been taken by Nihat Erim, a conservative Kemalist upholding the same values as the CHP has upheld for the decades now. Yet the people's faith in CHP's vision appears to not be shaken, as the mobilization of Orthodox Kemalists has secured the party's victory. Erim has supported the former General Cevdet Sunay as the new president of the Republic, taking the position of Prime Minister himself. Another 40 years of rule of CHP. Everything better than the AK party. Okay, so where are our units? Down here in Isfahan. So I think attacking from the north is gonna be the best choice. We're just gonna push on them, trying to drive a wedge. We can attack here and then push on these guys, and they might retreat to some of these territories and then eliminate them. There's gonna be a little bit of a pushing game. Air support mission efficiency, okay. We can just use our air power to attack the enemy in the field. We can't just use our air power to attack the enemy in the field of battle. In an environment where infrastructure and industry are vital to military success, attacking enemy targets outside of the immediate combat zone would be vital. Okay, would we send equipment? Yeah, we're not gonna do that. So how's the You guys have tanks as well, don't you? As the scout. No, armored engineers. Okay, but that still means you get the tanks. Do you have the new ones? Type 34 Chihuahua and type... What the hell is a type 34 Chihuahua? That's not what we designed, is it? No, type 24 Hana. So who the hell is getting these? Or is it because you guys have suffered so many casualties? Oh, that's weird. Okay, you can attack. It ought to be fairly easy. And we get the advanced attack heavy, which is good. That is something that we have been waiting for quite a while now. The only issue is that we don't really have that much... that many factories to build it, but what can we do? And we got a new research slot. So we have the transport helicopter and the attack helicopter here. So let's now go with the increased research, but integrated circuit computing. By syndicating multiple transistors into one package, the integrated circuit was born. So begins the era where the computers and the technology behind it become more available to the public, accelerating research rate and productivity. Oh yeah. And we get the crown jewel finished. So... now the gateway to Europe increases GDP, and we can invest in Egypt. Well, we're gonna see. Egypt is famous for many things, but perhaps none matter more than its position as the link between Asia and Africa by land, and Europe via the Suez Canal. It is a place with rich history, a prize that many empires have tried to claim, each of them building its wealth and making the region more valuable for the next. May Pan-Asianism break this chain and bring Egypt into the fold, so that it may stay with us forever. So now the question is, if we move from here north, will this mean that we can do something interesting here? Okay, so we get enough of all of this. So what about the foreign policy? This one is completely useless for us now anymore, or anyway. Tensions. Nothing is really happening here. Let me see, can I increase my involvement? Let's try it. Can I send, because, you know, sending more forces... Yes, we can send another one. So let me just split off... Oh, you guys can actually join the First Imperial Army again. So I'll just send you over here. It's Army 1, I don't care about that name, that is absolutely fine. I'm gonna send Army 1. Okay, that worked. So we're cutting off 2 divisions here and eliminating them. You can for sure attack us, that doesn't really matter at all. So if we just push you over here. Oh, there's 2 divisions there now. Okay. You go here and you go here. We'll unite like this. Wait, what the hell are you... Oh, there's a split region here. I didn't even know. Okay, that's fun. So you guys will get eliminated here on the... And better agricultural methods. Amazing. So you guys get the hell in here. Yes, I want to reassign you. So, without food, men may not work, and without work, government simply ceases to exist. The bureaucracy that sustained it evaporating in a matter of weeks. However, the inverse is also true. With more food comes more plenty and the formation of ever more complex states. After all, were not the first states formed with the creation of agriculture? New agricultural innovations will reduce the amount of hard labor needed on the fields and shift the workload to mechanized equipment, like tractors and automated harvesters. Advances in fertilizer allows crops to grow quicker and cheaper. Men will have food and it will be aplenty. So, societal development progress plus 25, I don't know what that means, but other than that, lower need for consumer goods, extra army organization, recruitable population, and monthly population. And on that note, I think we're going to end it here, and I thank you very much. In the next one, we're going to deal with Iran, and we're probably going to finish the education reform, and we'll probably boost our economy even further. I can't wait for the inflation and the other ill effects to go away. So, thank you. See you next time.